is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice.
I want you all to imagine with me. Imagine that it's the first dawn of the 22nd century. You get up, feeling the cold, metallic, sorry excuse for a bed underneath you. Rubbing your eyes, you step out of your tent to a familiar sight, a city in ruins. There's concrete from buildings scattered as far as the eye can see, skyscrapers cut in half, smoke forming a shroud over the sky, letting darkness reign supreme. And in the distance, a robot patrolling the streets. What we have just imagined is our future. Or at least that is what all the sci-fi movies would have you believe. The future, ladies and gentlemen, is much, much brighter, and technology will indeed play a massive role in attaining the utopia rather than destroying it. You see, technology is grossly misrepresented by the mass media as dangerous, thus creating a culture of fear which results in stunted growth of said technology. The most infamous example of this is the Terminator series, wherein an AI named Skynet, in order to help humanity, of course, causes a nuclear holocaust. So today I will be talking to you about the world's second favorite A word, or artificial intelligence, AI for short. Artificial intelligence can be defined as any machine or program capable of doing a task or tasks autonomously. Now, I must admit, the prospect of an inanimate object being smarter than human beings is indeed terrifying. After all, if they can think faster than us, they must belong on top of the food chain, right? Well, not really. You see, AI is but a tool like computers, cars, and pens made by humans, for humans, to do nothing else but to make our lives easier. It serves no greater purpose, it has no greater role, and it certainly has no other master but us. You see, AI has sort of become unanimous with the far-fetched future, the impossible, the never going to happen. But as a matter of fact, we have already started using AI. Each time we click those like buttons on our phones, an algorithm automatically learns what we have liked and then shows us more content like that. Or when we use Google Maps, for example, Google uses an AI to calculate which is the best route for us to take, and it does this by allowing its algorithms to take in the information coming in from millions of its users simultaneously, something a human being simply cannot do, and then finally redirecting us to a faster route. I could go on, but I think I have made my point. These two examples perfectly showcase how AI has already woven itself into the very fabric of our lives, and how life without it would be impossible. Puzzlingly though, the biggest concern, even bigger than AI killing us all, is that AIs will take over our jobs. And you know what? They will. Because they are better, faster, and simply more efficient at doing the jobs humans do right now. That is a fact. And there is simply no way around it. If we try and stop AIs from taking over our jobs, which we can't, by the way, we will stunt the very growth of our civilization. Here's where the real misconception lies, however. Yes, AI will take over our jobs, but they will create thousands more in other sectors. More importantly still, they will lower the cost of production per unit, thus lowering the selling price per unit, which will allow consumers like us to buy more products, ergo allowing businesses to grow and expand, which will inevitably lead to more jobs. Now, you might be sitting there asking yourselves, how can he say this with such confidence? He can't predict the future. And well, you've got me there. I can't predict the future. But The reason I can say this with such confidence is because this has happened before, during the Industrial Revolution, during the Computer Revolution, and so on. During the Industrial Revolution, for example, thousands of farmers were put out of jobs. Yet, the world continued to spin, and there were still jobs to go around. In fact, this resulted in an overall increase in output of society as well as standards of living. Who here can argue that the standards of living in the 19th century were better than those of the 20th or of the 21st? Leading futurists like Elon Musk, people who have no idea about how to predicting how the economy will react to rapid automation, say that AI will destroy our jobs and send our economies into disarray, while leading economists, such as Heidi Shearholz, people who have devoted their entire lives to studying the job market, say that the overall number of jobs in the economy stays the same even after an economic revolution. But the end result is always an increase in economic output as well as standards of living. So what am I trying to say here? I am postulating that the stigma surrounding AI is extremely unnecessary, as all the data suggests that it is nothing but a benefit to society. Therefore, legislation that has thwarted its growth and fear that has been cultivated in society needs to be eradicated. We need to shake hands with the very machines we fear so we can move towards a more prosperous future. A utopia, a future where our children don't wake up in cold metal beds to sights of destroyed cities, but rather a future where robots and humans live in harmony. Thank you.